Football talk in June.
You like that?
Good morning, Barry. Go, Pack, go, he says. From the comments, go Lions. Andrew's in the house. Says this is our year. Bill the Packer fan. Go follow that if you're a Packer wanker. We are streaming live 5 days a week. We are bringing you content, football content. That's what we do right here. It's a Main Event 365 NFC North football talk. What's up, Chad? What's going on? What's up, Robert? Go Pack Go, he says. Yes, we are here. We're going to be talking some football. You know, I wanted to jump back onto this thing. It's such a big thing right now with the Lions brand new helmets right here. And there seems to be some mixed emotions on this. I don't have as much time today. I want to thank everybody for coming in and listening or watching, no matter how you are doing that. Thank you to Detroit Lions News for allowing us to broadcast into your spot. Mike the Bear fan, Detroit Lions Villain Squad, Bill the Packer fan, NFC North Main Event, and our YouTube channels are also going out. You can subscribe to those. Thank you for listening to us every single day right here. Football Talk, the avid football fan, the hardcore football fan.
You like that?
You wouldn't be here if you weren't. You wouldn't be on here listening to me if you weren't a hardcore football fan. It's June. The rest of the world is talking about the NBA finals and a brand new championship team, right? The Nuggets. The Nuggets came in and won. Now, is it the Lions' turn now? I mean, is this the brand new championship? Brand new championships are starting to happen. You know, the Cubs actually won the World Series. You know, the Denver Nuggets actually won the championship. The Cleveland Cavaliers finally won a championship. Is it Detroit Lions' turn? Is it the Detroit Lions' turn? I don't think a helmet really is going to make any difference in that. Oh, wow, your helmets suck. And like they're going to like make fun of our helmets, and that's going to make them lose the game. Comes down to wins and losses, folks. That's all it is. Wins and losses. Yeah, I mean, you put some fancy helmets on and then, yeah, all right, we're going to win a championship. Yeah. I don't know. Robert thinks I'm full of crap. That's the way it is on here. That's the way it is with NFC North talk. No matter what team you represent, you're going to be, 75% wrong. 75% of the fan base in here, thinks I'm full of crap. If you're a Packer fan, you don't think the Lions are going to do anything. You think Jordan Love is the answer. You think Jordan Love is coming in and gonna surprise everybody. Here comes Jordan Love. He's been sleeping. He's been sleeping on the sidelines, just waiting, a giant, waiting. He's coming off, and he's gonna be the best quarterback in the league, right? Yeah, you want to argue that fact? You can come on to NFC North open mic every Monday night, man. We get in there. Bring your thick skin, though, because I'm telling you, the trash talk is real. Barry doesn't like our new design. You know, I don't mind the design. As long as you can associate this design with winning, it doesn't matter. If they start winning with that design, I'll tell you what, everyone's going to be like, yeah, that design's so cool. If they're winning. If they start out 0-2, they're going to be like, those stupid Fords, I can't believe they put a Mustang symbol on there. Mike was already complaining about that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw a link in here. I'm going to throw a link in there. Anybody want to come on here and talk with me about this? Talk about your team. You got a question? Throw the link in there. All right, you got a question? I'll answer the question. We can have a conversation through the comments. Go Lions. This is our year, baby. Yeah. I love the optimism. Robert's agreeing with me. You know, it is all everybody's homer for their team. Let me see if I can't get Mike all hooked up on here. Hold on. I got to get Mike. We got main event Mike on the line. I got to get him hooked to our Bluetooth here. Hold on 1 second, Michael. We're going to get you live here on the phone. I am totally not prepared, but we're going to get you prepared. We're going to get you all hooked up. I should be able to hear you. Mike, main event Mike, can you hear me?
One pride.
One pride. So I'm going to start having a conversation with Michael. And if I sound like I'm talking to myself, will you let me know in the comments? So how you doing this morning, Mike?
Oh, I'm doing great this morning.
You definitely sound very phony, but I can hear you just fine.
How about now? Better?
That's a little bit better.
All right.
So we were talking about these helmets, and you know, I'm kind of throwing some jabs in here at these guys. Everybody's believing in their teams. I really like this season, especially for an NFC North talking show here, where all four teams actually they got a little bit of juice going. You know, what do you think? I mean, the old helmet, new helmet. Who gives a crap about that, right? We got some excitement here in the NFC North.
Yeah, are you actually hearing from Viking fans?
Well, they're still in witness protection, but they won the division last year, so I mean, we'll have to see. Buzz is in the background. I don't know what fan base he is, but I'm going to bring him up here in a minute. But I don't know.
Those Viking fans are strangely absent from all the groups.
Well, I mean, if you're a Viking fan, you're really looking at it realistically. I mean, you have to at least be concerned. I mean, I don't know how you could go into next season with confidence knowing that the other three teams got a lot better and you didn't, but you won the division. So you can rest your head on that, but that's about it, right? I mean, you didn't get better. You're hoping that Brian Flores can turn water into wine with your defense. I mean, I don't know.
They've lost 7 starters so far.
That's crazy. Like if that were the Lions, I know that all of my team and all the people that are around us would panic. That's what they do. We panic every year. This is like the first year of confidence that I think that the Lions have had since 2015. You know, there really hasn't been much to cheer for around here in the Motor City. But I'm gonna bring up Buzz. I don't know what fan base he is, but I got main event Mike on the line, and I'm gonna bring in Buzz right here. What's up? Or is that Baz? Is that Baz? Am I not? How you doing? Can I? Oh, it's Barry. He's gonna be in this delay thing, isn't he? Say something to me. Hey, Barry, go ahead and calm. Oh no, I can't do that right now while I'm talking to Mike. But do me a favor, and I do want to have a personal conversation with Barry. I don't want to make it all weird on here while we're having a bad connection. I'm sorry about that, Barry. You and I can definitely have a conversation a little bit later on today. I hope we can get you on.
I can join by video and open up the phone line.
Yes, please. If you do that, then I can have Barry call in.
I'll do that right now. Send me the link.
Oh, right on. This is not awesome that I got. This is so. I'm sorry to the fan base, anybody that's actually watching right now, that I got to do all this stuff real time. Can't get on there and find the link. I got this. I got to bust Mike's balls on this because he's like, he can't find the link. I got to do this all live while he's cozy in his little car. So here, I'm sending you a link right now. Oh, man. Here we are. We're talking football. We're talking about these Lions and their brand new logo that looks so fantastic. I want to know what you think in the comments. Chad says Mike sounds good. I'm glad that we were having him in there. Mike just hung up. So Barry, if you want to call me on Messenger, we can try this and we can get everybody in here because you got to hear Barry because I love talking to Barry, a Scottish sounding. I mean, it sounds like Drew McIntyre from the WWE. That is a Packer fan. The NFC North is up for grabs for 2 teams for sure. I think it's up for grabs really for 3 teams in all honesty, because you got to include the Bears in that because on paper, that's what it goes, right? You want to be deep. You want to have a deep team, but it's not necessarily. I mean, if you don't have a deep team, then you have a couple injuries and then you lose a lot of games because you can't compete with the top teams. The Lions have a very deep team. They're deep in a lot of different ways. And that's cool. I like that the Lions are deep in those positions, but that's where the Bears fail. They don't have any depth, but they do have good starters. So as long as they're not injured, then the Bears can compete. I think the Bears can absolutely compete for the division. But the Lions, I think, I think they're ahead of all 3 other teams. I think it's by a lot, too, when it comes to the depth in the entire 53 people on the roster, experience, all of that. The Lions are ahead in that way. But Robert does say 2 teams for sure. I think 3 teams, Robert. I'm sure that you're thinking that it's the Lions and the Pack, but you got to put the Bears in there. Okay. Robert also says ugly ass logo. Don't even have people to make these decisions. And would they do draw out of a hat? I didn't mind the logo. I know there were a lot of the fan base that didn't like it. I know Mike was one of them, but I don't mind. I don't care. Like if it's associated with winning, everyone's going to love it. If it's associated with 0-4, then everyone's going to be like, that stupid logo. Mike was right. I can see the Ford sign in there.
Well, we won't see that logo until week 8, which will be after the bye. So the Lions could be 7-0 and lose that, and then wear that logo.
Right, and then everybody's going to be like, "Wow, look at that logo! Oh, what a great logo that is! The 7-0 logo. It brings back the old school." Right? They'll take that approach. But if they're 3-4 heading into that game, look at that stupid logo. Typical Fords. Man, got to put a Mustang in here, don't you? Yeah. Yeah. So Barry's back into the comments. Thank you, Barry. I appreciate you, man. I do enjoy talking to you, but I can't subject my fan base to lots of cutting in and out, I'd tell myself to stop Barry says, my opinion, all four teams could be bums this year. And who wins the North would be the least losses of not the most wins. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
We saw that last year in the NFC South, right? You had all 7-9 teams, and then 8-9 team to win the division. And I think that's what Barry's alluding to. These teams could cannibalize each other in the division, and everyone loses to Kansas City. And and I think he's got a point there. That is how this division could play out, especially one injury to any quarterback on this, in this division, and it could go that way.
Yeah, and Chad says, "Where's Barry?" Barry is in the comments now. We can't get a good connection. I mean, he is on the other side of the freaking world, and I have 5G internet, but I don't know. I guess that's not good enough. Logo is history, and don't like the Lion philosophy change. Hey, listen, Barry, I appreciate that comment, but we don't have a history. We don't want to go back to any of the history. The idea is that you want to be confident and you want something that's different. It's definitely different. Nobody was around to even know what anybody felt like in 1970 whatever, or 1960 whatever, when this logo came out. You don't remember how people felt about the Lions back then? That was before Barry Sanders. That was before an entire legacy of Lions losing. So, I mean, you can argue that it's a bad logo, or it is this, or it is that, but the bottom line comes down to winning and losing. The logo is not going to mean shit unless they're winning or they're losing. Yeah. And whoever
you could put shit in a box and then dress up the box. It's still shit inside the box.
So what are you using are you using a Bluetooth or whatever you're using makes you sound like you have the worst lisp in the history of lisps with what you're talking? So I don't know what you could do to change your sound.
Sorry.
And the fact that you said sorry right afterwards was the best. I'm so sorry.
Well, I got to say that I would love.
Oh my gosh. Hey, this is where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. It's this world of technology that we live in. And I'm not going to be
I have one of my employees who continually is calling me, and I keep sending the call away, and that's what's interrupting my audio.
Gotcha.
I haven't broke through in this internet football thing yet to be able to quit my job. So
yeah, you and me both. Which means I do have a gig tonight at Jester's on the corner of Richfield and Center Road, where I will be working and singing and entertaining. So if you're around in the Flint area around 6 p.m. tonight, Flint, Michigan, that is, I'm going to be doing a little song and dance. I love singing.
That's a great call out. Everybody in the Michigan area, if you're out and about in Flint tonight, come up to the Corona Road Bar and see the 99. Oh, isn't that what you were saying? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hey, either way. Hey, Flint, you can do either one. We don't need, both of us are musicians who love football. If you're in the Flint area, you love rock and roll, you want to get your face melted off by some good rock and roll music, you definitely want to go to the Corona Road Bar. But if you want to hear some Bob Seger, you want to hear a little bit more mellow of some action, I'm doing a birthday party. I shouldn't be saying that, but nobody that's going to be there tonight is listening right now. But, happy birthday to Jeannie, the owner from from Jester's. And, I love playing there. We played there for 20 years as a rock band, and that was good. So I'm going to get off of this subject because nobody wants to hear me talk about music right now. They want to hear about how ugly this helmet. It's not Honolulu blue, but the Lions version of the Pistons teal. Okay. Don't care for it. I know the Lions logo is old school, but it looks like
like something from a medieval tapestry, and he doesn't get the bars. Thanks for the comment, Larry. I can give you a little insight on the bars. That is a nod to the Ford Motor Company. You can find those bars on a Lincoln, Mercury, Ford emblems as the Ford Lincoln Mercury company. You can find those bars in several logos from the 70s. You can even find those bars on the vinyl top of a 71 LTD. And which is why I don't like the logo, because it's another nod to the Ford company, which I get it. They own the company. It's their right, the team. It's their right to do that. But I want to separate from that old culture of losing, and I want to separate from the Ford family. I want this to be a new regime, a completely new feel, and that's why I hate the logo. You didn't come up with a new logo. You brought back an old logo. And I'm just over it. And I do love that color of blue, like Larry said. It's a color of blue that's never been used in the NFL before. The Lions sent out a press release saying so, that this color has never been used by any team anywhere. And I do like it with the gray uniforms. I think it looks sweet. I just don't like the logo itself. I think that lion is so bland. Looks like it was drawn by a middle schooler. A lion's tail doesn't do that naturally. It doesn't look natural. I just think it's boring. If someone was to put that tattoo on your arm, you'd want your money back and sue them.
Right. Well, hey, but I don't know. I mean, I don't think that they used an old logo and paired it with a new idea, because that thing that is on the helmet is not an old logo. It's part of an old logo that got stuck over a new idea. And that's the part I really don't mind about it. I mean, you're trying to create something new. They needed to make the lion look different. You might not like the way that the lion looks, but that does go back to that old school lion. And then you move it in with the Ford Motor Company over top of it. They went out of their way, because you pointed out the cool thing. Yeah, it's a blue that's never been used before. So they went for unique, and it's brand new. I mean, what happens, just like the NFL draft, is everybody has their knee-jerk reaction. They hate the picks. It didn't match up with what Mel Kiper said. And then like 4 or 5 days later, everyone comes down to reality, and then the real takes start coming out about the NFL draft. I think that's where we're at right now with this logo. I think that the fan base just has to argue, because that's what we do as human beings in the United States of America. We argue with each other. So we're like, do you like it? Do you not like it? And then everyone's like, I get it. I like it. I don't like it. And I think after 4 or 5 days, it's going to sink in. It is what it is. That's what the logo is, guys. That's that. If that's your favorite team, I mean, are you going to quit liking the Lions because they messed your logo up? I mean, that's up to you. Is it enough for you? You going to quit the team over a logo? Because we got a good team. It's a good team this year.
Awesome. We got a great offensive line too. And on the Sirius channel, Moving the Chains yesterday, Jim Miller and Pat Kerwin ranked all of the offensive lines in the NFC North. And the Lions were the top score getter in that, followed by the Packers, Vikings, and the Bears came in last, ranking their offensive line. They moved Nate Davis in Chicago over to another position to have him next to the rookie Darnell Wright. So you got one guy playing out of position there in Chicago just to kind of buoy the rookie and help him out. So Chicago came in last. Detroit came in first with offensive line rankings, and I think it was accurate.
So we got a couple people on. Yeah, you're
Stop playing with us.
Barry's calling out your lisps. Test 1, 2. Barry, yeah. Well, he's a Packer fan. He's got to bust your balls, right?
What are we talking about? Lisps? Do I sound like I have a lisp?
Absolutely. Yes. I mean, whatever you got with I have no idea why. Your S's are coming through very lispy. I don't know, what are you using? Like a Bluetooth or anything like that? Or you?
No, I'm just on speaker on my phone.
On speaker. So I don't know.
Don't forget about the head in hair. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't like that.
Talk about because you have no hair?
Yeah, sure. Okay, Ford equals found on road dead. Good gimmick for the Lions. Okay. So obviously not a Ford fan right there. I mean, I know that there's like the what is it, the yin yang of cars is Ford and Chevy. So if you like Chevy, you can't like Fords. If you like Fords, you can't like Chevy. I'm a truther. I like the cars. I am up against it today because my wife does have to go and get some work done on her face in the dentist place, and I am gonna have to cut this off in here in about 5 minutes here. So I wanted to go through here, and hey, these people we're not quitting on them. TJ says he's been a Lions fan since 1984. That was the year the Terminator came out, and Sarah Connor changed the world forever.
And the Detroit Tigers won the World Series.
Thank you to Sarah Connor. You changed the world. We were able to have a championship in Detroit because of all
Van
that.
Halen broke through.
Van Halen broke through, man. Oh man, I didn't even get a chance to get to any of my topics I wanted to get to today, but I might as well add it in there. Is the NFC North, the huddles, where we get a lot of our fantastic arguing points. And oh man, now I got to find out where it is.
And the Detroit Lions villain squad.
Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. So right here, we're getting our argue on right there. Yes, we are streaming live into the villain squad, the Detroit Lions news, Mike the Bear fan, Bill the Packer fan, and the YouTube channels. And subscribing to the YouTube channels and following those pages helps us to reach more avid football fans like yourselves, because if you're one of the 13 people that are watching right now, then you have to be a football fan. There's no other reason to watch us in June. All right? That's all good. I had one of these things that I wanted to put up. Oh man, they had a bunch of other posts, and now they messed up my mojo right here. Paul Merkel.
Did you want to comment on the submarine thing, Russ? Because I know a lot of people on the internet are buzzing about the submarine.
Oh man, now that could be a long thing. Yes, I mean, I don't want to comment on it. I really don't.
Right. I mean, there's a lot of people out there making fun of it, and I can't believe someone would sink so low.
Yeah, I mean, if you're making fun of it, you're kind of a D-bag. But when it comes to this type of thing, I mean, I don't want to sound like I don't care. But when it comes with this type of show right here, I want to make sure that we're still talking about football right here. And there's a ton of problems in the world, ladies and gentlemen. We can bring them all up on this show. Okay, I understand that, but we're not going to do that on this show. We're going to talk strictly about football. Like what Paul Merkel says, it's crazy how every team in the North has a chance to win the division in 23, except for Green Bay, Minnesota, and Detroit. It's definitely going to be an exciting season.
Stop playing with us.
Come on, Paul. Do you really believe that? You believe that?
That guy's the biggest clown on the internet.
Yeah.
He puts out stuff just to get you to comment.
But this is a great group. I'm giving you private access to this. This is a private group. And you can join this group if you like to be kind of a troll and you like your team so much that you would be willing to make fun of the other fan bases. This is definitely the group for you because it's a lot of fun. And we take a couple of the things from here and we promote this group with all of our pages because it's a lot of fun. And don't forget that the Lions gave up draft capital to bring back Riley Patterson, a kicker that they cut.
Can't argue with that one.
Yeah, it is true. They cut him, and draft capital. Let's not be honest. Let's not go too overboard with the draft capital. They moved down in the 7th round to bring back Riley Patterson, and that was the same compensation that the Minnesota Vikings got for Zadarius Smith. So don't give me any crap about that. All right. Oh man. We are up against it already, man. I hate to do this to everybody, but this is nice that we actually have 50 people that give a crap about what we're doing here. Mike, will you please plug our Monday night show so I can close us out?
It's Monday night. Every Monday night, broadcasting live into Facebook and social media. It is the NFC North Open Mic, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a shit-talking group, so all you keyboard warriors, come and show your face. Stop being a tough guy running down the Lions. Bring it to us in person. All 4 fan bases are talking smack, and we are defending our teams. It's the NFC North Open Mic every Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Well, thank you so much, Mike, for being on and doing this thing with me. It's every single morning that I'm doing this on the weekdays. On the weekdays, we're coming to you 11 a.m. in the morning with football talk from the NFC North, and it's really driven by you. I got some, a couple of, pieces of ideas that we can talk about, but it's really you guys. You guys come up with the content, and we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. So thank you so much to the Detroit Lions News, Mike the Bear fan, Detroit Lions Villain Squad, Bill the Packer fan, the YouTube pages allowing us onto your platforms. Thank you to WTH is Autism for helping us get this thing out there. If you want anything to know about autism, let me bring this thing up here because I forgot to do it today, and I'm going to do it before I get out of here. I got to find it. Or maybe there it is right there. WTH is autism awareness. I have a 4-year-old autistic child, and I want to make sure that everybody understands what this is in the world. And I'm not going to tell you about it because my wife will tell you about it. WTHisautism.com. Thank you so much for watching NFC North, the phone sessions with your host, myself, Russell Wayne. God bless you guys. And I'll see you guys on Monday.